On the evening of April 13, 14, Israel sustained a massive military attack from 300 drones, cruise missiles, ballistic missiles tossed at it from Iran or Iranian proxies.
What happened on April 1st, when Israel killed General Mousavi, there was a certain Israeli miscalculation. Either it was one killing too many, or the rank of the person, or the location. This attack led Iran to change its policy, maybe to carry out a strategic shift and launch the attack against Israel.
The response on the 14th of April was largely Israeli, reliant on really remarkable achievements of Israeli technology.
I need people to understand, you've got hundreds of projectiles at different elevations, at completely different speeds. You've got ballistic missiles, you've got low altitude, slower missiles, you've got drones, and you want to make sure not only that you're tracking all this and hit, but you want to make sure everybody's not firing at the same one thing and then 10 other things get through. This is a very, very complicated system.
But at the same time, this was also the result of what some people call the Middle East Air Defense Treaty Organization. And it's a misleading name because it's not a treaty and there's no organization. It's an arrangement overseen by the U.S. Central Command.
The United States was beginning to take some very large steps out of the region, most recently withdrawing from a 2-decade-long deployment in Afghanistan, which you might say to me, Matt, that's outside the Middle East, but it's right on Iran's border. And now we're back. And we're back with a vengeance, and we're not going anywhere. And we saw that in terms of the U.S. Central Command, CENTCOM coordinated air defense of Israel and, by the way, Palestinian territories and Jordan, etc.
The coordination that was demonstrated in the response, the fact that Israel, along with a hefty amount of American assistance, was able to repel that attack with assistance from Jordan, from other states in the region that preferred to keep their involvement less public. This was a big deal.
There is an element of self-interest here. These rockets are flying over Jordan. They're flying over Palestinian territories. You probably saw the pictures of rockets flying over the Temple Mount, the Haram al-Sharif. This image that Iran is firing rockets toward the third holiest site in Islam, and it's Israeli and American and Sunni forces that are protecting these places.
This was a demonstration of efforts over a number of decades on the part of the U.S. and others to try and increase the cooperation and coordination between Israel and its Arab partners.
But the ultimate aspect of all of this, and we need not let this out of our minds for a minute, is the Iranian nuclear project. This is proceeding in a very dangerous direction.
The solution is to work with the international community, join in hands together, not only in defense, as was done that night of April 13, very successfully against the Iranian attack, but also by offense. Because if we will not use offense, eventually offense will be used against us.
On April 19th, when Israel responded with a moderate response, the Iranians didn't respond to the Israeli response. Jerusalem let the world know that it had the ability to reach into Iran, perhaps even with impunity, but it did not tax strategic assets, at least not ones that we know of.
On April 14, they launched, they failed, and they would be punished as if they succeeded.